jury selection's been amazing. The candidates are being asked about their own connections to or impressions of an array of celebrities, and with no explanation why, at least not yet. The parlor games have begun, my friends. Everybody is trying to connect the dots between the shiny, famous names and the beleaguered rap star Diddy.
I went to a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell me.
Oh my God.
Me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there? And what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies and that, it's just an experience in the physical form and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls and that we continue and continue and continue.
Nip ain't know what type of monster he was.
Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me, I want to get into real estate, I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets, you know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah.
Diddy's team just leaked tapes of Lauren London. And it's wild. Word is, Lauren may have had a hand in Nipsey Hussle's death. Allegedly, she snitched on Nipsey, her baby daddy. Some say this whole thing might have been a setup from day one. Now, the truth is starting to surface. If you've been watching the rumors swirling in Hollywood lately, this ain't news. There's been talk of some insane tapes floating around, allegedly showing multiple big-name celebs caught up in Diddy's dark empire.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood.
These aren't just party tapes. We're talking shady dealings, illegal activities, and freak-offs. That'll leave your jaw on the floor. Word is, most of these celebs didn't even know they were being filmed. Folks like Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal, industry vets, have been warning people for years that these tapes existed and that the truth would eventually explode.
Right here and told y'all there was activity on the darknet. Videos were being distributed and were going to be sold for profit because the diddler needs the money. Did I not say that? Right here.
Bruh, those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders.
Now that Diddy's trial is officially underway, chaos, more celebs, are getting tied to his alleged crimes, secret freak culture, and some seriously disturbing business. Most celebs aren't denying they went to Diddy's parties. What they are denying is sticking around for the after parties, where the real twisted stuff went down. But if you keep showing up somewhere shady, you're probably part of it. And guess whose name came up on day one of jury selection? Lauren London. Jurors were asked about A-list celebs like Kanye West, Cassie, and Lauren. So now people are asking, why was she named? Is she somehow linked to Nipsey's death? Could she have been playing both sides?
Are people forgetting it was her and Lauren London? I just find it so funny how people are always omitting names and not really looking into the true facts.
Let's break it down. Word is, Nipsey wasn't taken out randomly. This was a power move. Nipsey wasn't just another rapper, he was rising fast. Allegedly, he didn't play by the rules of the industry gatekeepers. He moved like a king. And that scared people at the top. And right after Diddy's arrest, things started unraveling. Allegations started flying that Diddy himself ordered. The hit on Nipsey. Don't forget, Nipsey was just 33 when he was gunned down in broad daylight outside his Marathon store in 2019, shot at least 10 times. Eric Holder was arrested and sentenced to 60 years. But people have been saying for years, he was just the trigger man. The real question is, who was the mastermind? Someone with power. That's when Diddy's name comes up. Jaguar Wright has been yelling it for years. Diddy allegedly knew way more than he let on. But here's where it gets darker. Folks are saying Diddy had someone close to Nipsey feeding him info, someone who wouldn't raise suspicion. All eyes are now on Lauren London.
hook up with the biggest rapper at the time. Everything's great. By the way, isn't she? Lauren is the one that introduced Nip to Diddy. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in L.A. It was Lauren that brought Nip to him.
Even Nipsey himself hinted at it during his interview on The Breakfast Club while he was still alive.
I ain't know what type of monster he was. Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie birthday.
Now, when you look at it like that, the whole picture shifts. Fans are starting to ask, was she just a girlfriend? Or was she Diddy's inside player? A lot of people believe she was planted to watch Nipsey, control him, maybe even manipulate. The streets have been buzzing. Lauren and Diddy had a tight relationship. Too tight. Some say she was one of Diddy's mules or yacht girls, like Young Miami. That's why the court called her in. Old photos have resurfaced showing Lauren and Diddy way too close, with Nipsey in the background looking like a third wheel. After Nipsey passed, Lauren did an interview with Angie Martinez, and things got weird. She said Diddy helped her through the grief, but then she quoted something he told her that had people shook. Puff told her, "Look, boo, you've shown everyone how to love a man. Now show them how to survive after the loss. That's your job." That's not something you say unless there's a whole other type of bond. And get this, Diddy called her Boo, the same nickname Nipsey used to call her. Fans were like, why would Diddy use that name? And it gets stranger. During that interview, Lauren said she went to a death seminar before Nipsey died. Angie looked stunned. Fans were even more confused, like, why go to a seminar about death unless you knew it was coming?
Okay, you have to tell me.
Oh my
telling
God.
me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share, please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there? And what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies and that, it's just an experience in the physical form and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls and that we continue and continue and continue. And if you have a spiritual relationship with someone on earth, you will have one with them when you leave earth. So I did this 2-day seminar on death. So,
And this was how long ago?
I had to be 25.
What sent you there? Do you find that weird though?
I'm weird.
No, it's not weird that you would go. It's almost like you were preparing yourself for what you would have to deal with.
Well, I told you I didn't have connection to earth at a young age.
I know, but you don't find that as you were preparing yourself for what you were going to have to deal with.
It's almost like she saw it coming. Sound familiar? That's just like when Diddy bought Kim Porter a gold coffin, months before she passed. And when you look at how Diddy got so close to Nipsey, it starts to look planned. Nip didn't have industry connections like that. He was independent. But Lauren had the access. She brought him into Diddy's world. Suddenly, Diddy was involved in Nip's career. In fact, Diddy even helped on Victory Lap, Nip's biggest project and
Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me, I want to get into real estate, I want you to teach me all your, your business secrets, you know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album. Victory Lap. Yeah.
Fans once saw that as a blessing. But now, some think it was a trap. Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, recently said Nipsey asked Diddy to help make Victory Lap feel like Biggie's Life After Death. That's the energy Nipsey wanted. The vibe, the legacy. Now think about that. That's the same album Biggie dropped right before he was killed.
Now, you taking a spiritual person who's asking for something. He said, I wanted that same feel as life after death. That same feel was that Biggie got and he went on to sell about 10 million albums. Or 10 million copies. I was saying, you gotta watch what you say to demons. Because it just might come true.